Hi everyone, thanks so much for tuning into my channel. If you're new here, I'm a mom of three. I love to cook and bake, so I try to come up with recipes that are quick and easy, but still nutritious and delicious. So today I'm going to be making cassava fries. Now this actually has become my favorite form of fries as opposed to fries made out of regular potatoes. Now growing up, we used to have cassava, but it used to be made boiled. And it was kind of bland. We still liked it, but as I grew up and I realized that people were using cassava to make fries or cassava flour and put it in pizza, I had a whole new love for cassava. So stay tuned for my crispy on the outside, nice and kind of sweet and tender on the inside cassava fries. You're going to place a pot of water onto boil and preheat your oven to 400 degrees. So I'm starting off with two medium-sized cassava and I'm cutting off the ends. As you can see, I'm struggling to cut off the ends here. Cassava dries up very quickly, and so the ends get kind of hard. So you really need a sturdy knife to cut off the ends. So I'm peeling off all the skin here. And then I'm going to go over it once again to peel off all the pink parts. So it's kind of a two-peel process. So cassava is known by a couple of other names, manioc or yuca, and it's a starchy root vegetable that's mostly cultivated in hot climates like Africa, Asia, and South America. Like other root vegetables, cassava does contain carbohydrates, but it's also very high in dietary fiber, and it's a great source of minerals such as calcium, phosphorus, manganese, iron, and potassium. So I'm cutting up the cassava in sizes that are similar to potato wedges. Now you're going to place all the cassava in the boiling water for about 8 minutes. So one thing that's very important to note is that cassava must be boiled. It cannot be consumed raw because the peel does contain cyanide, but it's perfectly safe once you boil it. And I'm adding a couple of dashes of Himalayan pink salt. So after you've boiled the cassava for 8 minutes, you're going to drain well and then add it to another bowl for seasoning. I've added some all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, and a good amount of olive oil. Now cassava really soaks up the olive oil, and that's why I add so much. I've lined a baking sheet with parchment paper, added some more olive oil, and I'm just evenly distributing it on the pan with a barbecue brush. And in goes the cassava. You want to make sure that they're spread out on the pan pretty evenly and not touching too much because you don't want them to steam, you want them to get crispy. You're going to bake these for 20 to 25 minutes and flip them halfway through. I really enjoy these fries with jalapeno and lime aioli that I buy from Costco, along with some ketchup. So even though you need to boil the cassava before you bake it, it's still a pretty quick and easy process, and it is so worth it. They taste so good. So if you make this recipe, please let me know how it goes in the comments below. Until next time, take care.